Ne-am întors în Pillars. Eram aici jos. Uitați, dau record 5 minute. Bine că mi-am dat seama acum. Practic am fost în camera asta. Asta e goală. În camera asta. Și am găsit practic notes astea. Făcea diagramă asta că făcea experimente. Vedem. Deci constru cu creiol. Curved spine twists this woman's posture forward. Her greasy hair dropped over her large eyes like veins. She smiles at you. You must be visiting someone. Friendly hope, I hope. Why are you in here? Want to say, you'll think less of me. I'm listening. These last few years haven't been kind to me. They haven't been kind to anyone, really. Try not to think of it personally. It's personal. As my husband, both boys in the Saints War. My daughter, the legacy took her before she was even mine. I may do. What else can you do? Moving to a tiny place in Andro's gift, but my mending clothes. The kindness of stranger when I had to, but I was surviving. The gods were watching over me. I could live with that. One day, this nobleman comes in. Once his fancy gown fixed, gorgeous thing, this shade of blue I'd never seen before. Only I had looked at it, and it reminded me of something. I had what they call an awakening. I remember being a noblewoman myself in the other life, people doting over me, men doting over me. Best food, the most beautiful home, all the things you dare to dream of, they were mine. It was poison knowing that all those things I had that I'll never have in the life, it did something to me. My food started to taste rotten. The walls in my little room raw. Seemed so cred că de aici. Pulsing around me, stopped being able to sleep in my own bed. What the fuck? I came here, it was that or break into a state and start ordering servants around. It seemed like such a silly thing to worry about. You don't have to tell me, but I can't get past it. I start to wonder. The gods chose this life for me, and if so, terrible thing must I have done to deserve it? Will get there I want. And the other. The strange thing is that artists think even the best wouldn't be good enough for me anymore. I think I've gotten that point when I was that lady. Lady. Do you know about this animator Anzo? Izo. Oh, like him very much. Many management could care less about their patients. Look at us like vermin for the experiments, but Master Anzo treats us like humans, even the very sick. You can tell he does that to help people. Help me to understand a great deal about myself, and I know he has done the same for others. It's too bad what they did to him. He hides it well. I know he's still affected by it. What happened? I don't like to talk about it, but there was an accident. He was said to be one of the brightest in Drywood. He was in reputation. That was his reputation here. That was what brought me to Secret Feet. People say it was ego that drove him to try and solve the legacy. But that hogwash was hogwash. I mean, he was a bit of a showman. He loves his homeland. He thought he could help. He wasn't one to speak out of his work. Expected his colleagues might have tried to steal it, but he told me once that he had figured out a way to create a soul. Not a soul exactly, mind you. Did he put it? A proxy, I think he called it. Had some machine drew energy out of very ether. Can you imagine? Point is, sigur trebuie să mă bag ăștia. Are cum. It was going to help me with the legacy. It was going to make Hollowborn into something easier to love and care for. Let's know, that's something we need. Do you know what they call these empty little babies under script? No, tell me. Call them boys. Because so many of them are found floating face down in the water. They are mad at times. These are mad times. The Master Anzo has got the book demonstration of his work in Copperlane. He was so excited. And the next day he was locked in his office, turning away visitors, I heard. And he stopped seeing patients. I don't know why exactly what happened. I don't know, I have hard to ask him. But I'm glad they're letting him treat people again. You know where I can find? I haven't seen him around today. We checked the laboratory. It shares a wall with his office. He's been spending most of his time there lately. Acting unusual. Well, there's Atixa, who relieves a murder she committed more than 5 lifetimes ago. Idle man. They say it's only half a soul when he was found collecting the pieces of odor because he believed his own to be false one. Ram, he speaks in a language no one understands and wails at night sometimes, different from their normal behavior, I mean. Well, yes, I suppose. But not they didn't volunteer for. Master has let us know that what a number of patients in the North Ward volunteered for a new therapy and will be escorted to his laboratory to receive treatment. North Ward, most troubled cases. I'm glad some of them have chosen to get help. It seems to me it got quicker over there since it started, quieter. It's Graham I see them taking in the most. He struggled, but always was a bit of a wild one. I be able to visit Norwood. They like to keep them separate. I don't know what ever visiting guards allow a visitor. It's Master Azo. I ask him. It's very sympathetic. Hmm. So turns its head towards you and watches world. Patient, patient, patient. So I said it makes no speak. Oh, nu mă atacă ăștia. Flesh construct, like animates. Flesh construct created by animates and powerful captive soul, unlike animates. They're not dependent on the will of loyalty of the bound flesh. Even among the creation of flesh constructs is controversial. Some see process as a soul lobotomy. Believe that a soul should be allowed to pass on the next life rather than be used in mindful fuel for a body. Trebuie. Dacă sunt mulți flesh construct aici. Foarte ciudat. Sanitorium guard. Keep your distance, which in the cell and back there. Had incident, people get. Okay. Ce? În jos. Am proper key. Patient, patient. Mhm. Ăla-i.
That settled.
We are. Mace. Aici?
That settled.
Light armor. Dăm un F5. Round face, balding man turns to face you. His upper lip is pulled upward slightly, but his pointed nose exposing his upper teeth. Points his scowls.
What is the meaning of this?
Hmm. You told me you're not supposed to be doing more experiments. Yes, well, Ultimar hasn't done much good for anybody since he had his soul move into an animate object. So I fail to see why I shouldn't have let that sway me. Animants all follow the commands of their leaders. Where would we be? We'd all be as backward and willing ignorant as Ridceras. We would know nothing about life or death, or even ourselves. We would be lost in the dark with no clue to ask why. Our leaders guide us, and without them we risk losing our way. This man will strike off on his own, then let him fend for himself without the benefit of the Sanitarium. Victoria, you think it's dangerous
Are you
info?
from Rayad Ceres? Are you Widewen himself, risen to smite me for my heretical belief in learning who I am and why I exist? Please. You are afraid because men have taught you to be afraid. Because they were taught to be afraid. These things are only beyond our comprehension because of the fears of people like you. Who will solve Widewen's legacy? Some church? Some warrior? It will be an animancer or it will be no one at all.
It's about betrayed experiments. Yes, I have no point online about it. Now that not Ethelmore is involved, I ask for volunteers from our patients. And few brave souls come forward. I was very close at one time to a breakthrough. They understood that. They understood their sacrifice could mean something. When you were demoted, what did happen? It's none of your concern. Did one of the others put you up to this? Oh, them, that smug weasel. Things went wrong. Everything, I don't know how. I'll never know. He spits on the floor as if remove the bitter taste of it. I'd like to have asked an order word. I thought of questions. This patient are in Sanatorium for a reason. Your records, I know what you're doing.
Those are private! You have no right!
Balls up his fist and then his teeth in the index finger. Growls similarly beneath his breath and deep skulls calling his mouth.
Fine. Speak to them for all the good it'll do you. I'm sure the discussions will be fascinating.
Pulls a heavy grip from his pocket and nearly slams it down on the floor before he hands it. Hey. Jeszcze to po. Mare, cum să nu mă atace aia? Imposibil. Ar să dau un omoresc aici. Sigur de să fie ceva. Driving kind of long day. I just wanted to see you holding. You seem to have a lot. Well enough, thanks. That's a relief. I was following Andra before, Andra Bear before. Need to find out my situation has gotten worse. Look, it's been a while since I had the hunting party. We're in this together, and if you're hunting from different things, we're still hunting together. I don't understand exactly what's happening to you, but I'll help you find Chaos. Same as you're doing for me. Sure. I'm gonna save some, that didn't much. Bun. Am cu prima. This manifest. Acolo. Wandering in the sky innocent must be drawn. Ram. This man has the look of his eye of a hunted animal, and to approach, he staggers back in the far corner of his head, halfway appearing as though he would climb the walls if you could get him further away from it. Tries a bizarre primal utterance, like no one. You can hide from me, lean and spy. Ram looks at you blankly. It's unclear whether he understands you or not, but his panic is not raised eyes. He's opened his mouth to speak, but the words that came out are half-formed, as though his tongue were cut out. Possible for you to discern if indeed they were words at all. I don't think he can speak anymore, not in words at least. This is monstrous. An experience against your will, did he? Looks at you with uncertainty, slowly, tentatively, He steps closer to the front of his cell, and as he does so, for the first time you can perceive his soul within your ken. It is misshapen as though aimed by a jagged instrument, a large expanse as it's been gouged out internally. Hardly. Feel no barriers or the resistance. If you wanted to, you could look further in the cramped cell. Project towards the main soul in front of you, merging with it, its confusion and fear becoming yours, its whiskers. You're in your cell, your key turns. The door creaks open on neglected hinges. Though come to you in waves, broken, fearful. Standing at the doors around, hold it back. His upper teeth and pointed nose remind you of a rat. He beckons up, apologetic. You don't want to go. Anything else. In your mind is a single word. The word is no, but it's off before it reaches your lips. Press against the back wall corner, you cry out. Darkness, you fight against unseen restraints. You cannot move your arms or legs. The man walks into the room carrying a lit candle, meager flame casting long shadows across the books. Machinery, straps bind your arms and legs. Cold metal circumscribes the crown of your head and the breathing chest. The man is sorry. He's in need of raw materials. He's assembling his work and he needs another source. It's to show them he was right. He thanks you. Then he turns the knob and you feel yourself begin to crack from within. Little pieces of you torn away like having an inside chewed by a horde of rats. You are screaming a bell here. Another night. Heavy footsteps outside your door coming for you. Look through a slit of your fresh giant. Patient being just outside, but facing left, facing the end of the hall. Boy there. Boy looks interested at the giant. Collapses on the floor like a shed skin. The giant convulses for a moment, then fights itself, turns away and leaves. He looks at you, still wild-eyed, somehow more present. He nods at you, walks back and then.
These poor people. This isn't the treatment that they were promised upstairs by the cushioned seats and lush carpets. Is that the cure for soul sickness? To be thrown into a cell and subjected to the whims of your captor?
These are lunatics in which at least they serve some. Sure, they have their share of them. But if all were treated like the Sanitarium will never survive. What did this patient do to warrant such condition? There are just many. Came here and conquered the people who would otherwise cast aside the source of all the knowledge. It's one thing to be told as much, another to see yourself. Let's be on our way. This place gnaws on the soul. Scream. Willy adolescent boy stands in the center of a cell, gauish and stoop-shouldered. He stares straight ahead. The occasional blink is the only movement. It is unclear whether he registers your presence all behind his glassy doll-like eyes. Instead, the barriers between your soul and his are thin and porous, easy to bypass with your reach. Close your eyes and edge forward towards the boy's soul. As you near, a sudden malaise comes over. You are cold and warm all at once, sweating and shivering and straining for breath, as you did on the caravan journey. The soul you approach is the wrong one, a parasitic plant that strangles its host. It is predatory, pitiless, and you have crossed paths with it before. Too late. It has occurred to you to retract, and already you feel yourself plunging into some interminable abyss of thought and memory. You are standing in a cell now, the same cell in a sanitarium. Those halls are moonlit, empty. You are waiting. At the far end of the ward, a door opens, revealing a flesh column, a silhouette beneath the stone archway. It makes its usual rounds, and some stops every time. It's begotten child of despondent creators. When the construct is closed, you pull yourself up and spring forward, passing out the boy's body as though he were a membrane. Sends his body behind you, collapsing on the floor, a puppet whose strains are cut. You're rushing towards the golem now, bodiless as gust of wind. Quickly, think to yourself quickly, and you feel the strength hemorrhaging from your soul as you dart towards the makeshift abomination. You pass into the golem's shell and overtake the soul implanted within, circling, suppressing it, containing the new vessel. You are strong again. You step heavy-footed down corridors unheeded by the other constructs and scrutinized only by wary, untrusting eyes of the mad coming. Last to the office piled with books and scribbled papers that preserve elements of animacy. Set your oversized hands upon a large machine, nest of globes and tubes and coils in the center of the room, to work bending wires and unsettling elements. Your surroundings are pulled past you. Perhaps you are pulled past them. They dissolve into a blur. They set into place again. You are outside on a clear day, standing in front of a crowd, deck high above you, and tired seats of an amphitheater. You are acting for a crowd, standing deliberately still, but no play. Holding man with rodent-like features is strapping you to a machine. The one you had tempered with. You see your arms for the first time, short and fleshy, and mistakenly those of a little girl. This body is not truly yours. Your mind still holds the same determination, the same hard-heartedness as before. Your body itself is cold and vacuous. Unlike the others, one has no soul of its own. The man speaks and the crowd applauds with an enthusiasm worthy of a hero's entrance. Bear witness, he says, and pulls the lever. Machine shivers and sparks, and a bed of sweat rolls down the side of the man's brow. The crowd apprehension quickly gives away the awe. Crystal glow fills with a radiant mist and casts the entire theatrical glow. He opens a valve and the glow crawls through the tube along the length of copper wiring that runs a set of electrodes beneath your armpits. Well, nothing reaches you, as it should be, for you have been leading his work astray periodically for some time, altering notes and setting the playing puppet for halberd. You make it look how people would expect it to look when a body is infused with the soul. The moment the machine goes dark, and then a man unstraps you, eyeing with the scientist's concern. He looks back at the crowd. Behold, he says, but there is no obvious hesitation in his voice. There is obvious hesitation in his voice. Slowly, you take a step forward, then another, then another. You look up at the man, give him the eye contact which no hollow bone is capable. The crowd grasps. Do you feel? He asks at a volume meant for the crowd, and this is the moment. At the top of your lungs, you let out a piercing shriek. The man comes towards you. His hands are stretched, but you run the other way back to the machine. While you're trying to drive your head into the crystal globe, and it shatters, streaking your head with warm blood. You drive your head down to the surface of the machine again and again. Drawn panic screams from the crowd. The time man reaches your body has already ceased proper function. It merely twitches in the cold ground. Satisfied, you part the corpse in search for another unsuspecting host. Put their faith in animacy now. They're pulled again from your surroundings, transcending the boundaries of memories and lifetimes. Deeper and deeper past betrayals and murders and lies upon that warm, thick webbing of plot beyond mortal comprehension. You settle at last on a room you have seen before, expansive, a tall device and casting Andra monolith at its center. The room is filled with people, and the people all look at the device. React suddenly back to reality and watch the catatonic boy in the cell is looking directly at you, raising, calculating. There is no mistaking now that he is the soul of our sixth arcanon, the man you have seen searching for. A borrowed husk. What the fuck? A watcher. I need you to undo it. Is that so? He makes an effort to hide his disinterest, but he continues to search your eyes. Makes a slight grunting noise, and his eyes soften for an instant. It seems, for that moment, that he recognizes you. He opens his mouth to speak. Then to think better of that. He says about his jaw tight. I know your look. You hunger for answers that elude you. He knows that your soul it deserves your reason for being. You are like everyone. I have let go. Dodges backwards, salting grace, putting yourself out of reach. His face, there is no malice, only this dissipation of farmer putting down sick enemy, then suddenly he slumps forward. This transition.
How may I help?
Wayface, Ailments, May.
Okay. Just the pleasure. Hmm.
Ready, Watcher.
How may I help?
Ah, shit. Чи мне дешевле репит? What the fuck?
How may I help? That's not very helpful.
Asta du-te și de el asta. Ăla. Ok. Dă un heal la tot. Fuck. Ah, împinge chestia aia.
Lava ruby. Lava.
What?
Lava beyond.
S-a întâmplat. Super chestie. Flesh. Chain groans waiting, crescent bite marks. Makes it awful. Am zis eu că ea o să ataci. Am zis? Asta este. Haideți să continuăm. Palace Messenger. Mai am ceva de construit. Și zen. One day.
Wayface, Ailments, Maytu.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bun.
Yes?
N-am zis eu că o să se întâmple asta? Citit.
Let's
Ați și pe
go!
ăla. Tot e acolo.
Wayface, Ailments, Maytu.
vrea să dai stun. Mă gândeam că la meu, what the fuck.
Sure.
E, mergem în jos. Wicked.
Wayface, Ailmes, Mayhew.
Asta ușor de omorât.
Let's go.
Following your lead.
Așa.
That's it.
Ți-mi iei bună ăștia. Asta? Ops. Vedem dacă l-au murit. Nu a murit. What have you done? An experiment on patient against their will. Single their soul I have witnessed it with my own eyes. So look, had it be done. Memory. The others, they took everything from me. Everything. This close, I had to know what it felt. Imagine the value. If I'd succeed, I had something that will help the Hollows infants, something into a real person. With a few more patrons, a few years of research, who knows? None have ever come this close to the legacy. It's why I have to continue. Why I have to risk everything we're working in secret. It's why I have to lie. It's why you have to lie. You've cleared me all suspicion.
Then I can't let you get in my way either.
Atacă. Oh my. Mai cântat magia că n-ai nicio șansă, băiatul. Also to object, I have found an ample resource of essence now, and the vessels are responding positively to infusion with proxy. Immune trace on the next legible course. Subject Ram, ăla. Rac. Asta că i-am salvat. Pe aici.
Wayface, Ailmes, Mayhew.
Am și pe aia. Cât mai am? Până la level up? Guardian. Sus nu mai e nimic, nu? Ce furăm? Asta nu a murit, dar a dispărut. I'm busy now, I'm sitting to misplace my notes. What? Acolo. Now I'm not safe. Safe place anymore. What is happening down there? You were given permission to ask questions. It's under control until I killed the leading key spy at midpoint possess a flesh construct. Anza was being influenced by a patient, but the real patient wasn't himself at the time. Great accounts of people in history could do what you describe. Mountains are raw, few and brief, and never reliable. Some go as far as to suggest they are the same person. If truly such person was here among us plotting our ruin, that I had a body against that, it could be real use or time of need. I fear the future may hold for grateful you were able to dispatch that before the loss of innocent life. Very nearly had another scandal on her. So Anzo, what part of did the experience play in the computer I was forced to kill? Such ways was no more gifted working here. In time, I had hoped to rehabilitate his image, but a mind like his, so full of ideas, leaves little room for patience. Would inquire more into the matter, but in truth, you have done on this institution a favor. For his transaction ever to reach the public, it will be a terrible uproar. I was blind to have trusted him the second time. Trust you'll be more cautious in the future inquiries.
Well met, friend.
Anything new? Nope. Până așa aici. Bossul era acolo. O să ducă din suflet în suflet. Sanitorium. Hai întâi până acasă. Scură ce mai este pe acolo. Skip. Hai, nu, 2 de ore. Last messenger.
Keeps coming along nicely.
Da, da. Ceva de construit? 3 ore. Asta și în 3 ore? Random creature. Remestre for Ducal Palace. Council William urgently requests you to meet him at Charles Barrel in Brackenbury. The legal arbiter Lord of Grass is about I don't know, maybe my plausible message. Meeting at the palace, perhaps the council is meeting in official capacity. Castle. The council were in at Charles Barrel in Brackenbury.
Hail and well met.
Așa. Toți suntem aici. Și chestii la prindem. Primul rând. One hand. Asta are one hand. Și... Deci pe 26 mai bun. 20 damage. When attack the same target as an ally. Așa. E fine. Damage. Enhancement. Cred că îmi place asta. Pare să fie mai bună. Burn damage, corrode damage, freeze damage. Dăm un burn damage. Bun. celelalte, ce asta? Lot of Wind and Thunder. Uh, 15-21. Build of unlocks to the next level. Mai așteptăm. De asta? Ah, uite, mai bun asta. Was Black Sea charges remain 10. Hmm. Charges. Secondary damage. Cum adică grants? Ah, de astea, what the fuck? Alpha Storm being rained, random single enemy in it. Yeah. Enemies with a powerful cold blast. Freeze them. Nice. Charges remain. Aștept dacă poți să-i filuiești apă. Charge Spellbind. Ok. Very slow. 20. O să-i fac enhance? Nu. Accuracy. Damage. Deci astea sunt ok. Watercloud Grimoire. Armor, light armor. 1. 8. Stun duration, no time duration. Ulan. Oh, inele. Are unul. Damage reduction corrode, immunity to stuck. Rooted. Așa, și asta are. Grants Arcane Dampener. Sună. Arcane Dampener. Beneficiază spender for 15 secunde. Grants 1 intelect. Care are mai mult intelect? Ăsta sau ăsta? 17 intelect 18. Deci? Corrode. Damage reduction, corrode, damage reduction. Stock. Cape. Defense against spells. Toate au câte, toți au câte ceva. Endurance, no. Perfect.
Yeah.
Gods keep you.
Jomi. Vindem. Ce am mai cules pe aici? Nici mie nu-i rău. Aproape 6. Una de asta. Facem treabă perfect.
Right.
Trebuie un rest aici. Fine. Terminat asta? 3 ori. Library Dungeon. Ah, chiar. Hai, prizonieră. Dungeon. Jailer.
Welcome.
It is my life. I'm here to maintain the cell for you. Should you take any prisoner in your travel? The demo is mad. I want the fucker. Yeah. Taking all the collection for yourself, I see this place smells worse than Andre's gift.
Good day, stranger.
He's a prisoner. Okay, Monica. Sì. Maganda un tank, un Java, un... I don't know. Asta mai zice ceva?
My lord, you've received a letter, delivered with some urgency. It's from Stalwart. Apparently the mayor, Renengild, has heard of your success here at Cadnua, and hopes you can be of aid to her people as well. People like you come few and far between. And in this case, I believe Renengild is correct in suggesting that you're It seems she's intent on gaining access to Durgan's battery. And she's offering quite the reward to anyone who can get inside.
A reward, she says, for getting into the battery.
The dwarves of the battery fashioned Durgan steel, and with it they crafted the finest arms and armor the Deerwood has ever known. But the keep has been abandoned for centuries. There are many legends concerning the battery. As the Earl told it, the dwarves fought amongst themselves, each seeking to use the battery to further his or her own ambitions. Greed and cruelty brought down the battery, and now the spirits of those same dwarves roam the halls.
Okay.
Whatever happened, the battery has been impenetrable ever since.
Still worse.
Oh, just think!
I should mention that among those rumored to have answered Renengild's summons is a certain group, I believe, followers of Woodica, intent on reaching Stalwart and the battery. I do not know what they seek there, but I thought it worth mentioning, given your interest in the ruins at Defiance Bay. Now that I've delivered Renengild, a mercenary band has been sighted to the northeast. I believe they mean to take Consul Hot's tower, and I don't expect the Archmage will go quietly.
Consul Hot's one of the greatest wizards of our generation.
The Torn Bannermen are a deadly fighting force, and Consul Hot himself has sent many travelers to their graves. I would caution you to stay clear of the region if you do travel to the White March.
March. I'll see you.
It is not that I doubt your courage, my lord, but Consul Hot alone boasts power of a different scale altogether to those foes you have faced thus far. Given more time, perhaps, you will match him. If the Bannermen succeed in their efforts, I fear they may turn their attention to Cadnua. I will keep you apprised of the situation, my lord.
Do you know anything else about the messengers?
Little enough, I'm afraid. The Torn Bannermen are well supplied and well organized, and there are rumors that they are backed by an unknown benefactor. They have proved remarkably effective. A famed archmage. I am given to understand that the Brackenberry Sanitorium puts much stock in his work, as regards the manipulation of the... But he is poorly regarded in many circles. Some call him a madman, or else cruel and barbarous.
Okay. Call me soon. Oh. Offs. Interesting. Interesting.
The keep's coming along nicely.
Tada. Very nice. Crafting food. Tune scrolls. Poți fac scrolluri. Find a druid's position. Healing potion. toți ăștia. Unde? Au. Mai. De la toți. Curio Shop. Botanical Garden. Idee. Am bani, 23.000. De asta îmi dă mie. Aici mai construim. Action. Bonus to stealth. Provide warning. Woodland trails. Și totuși dăm Hot Curtain Wall. Asta. Wind is coming from the west, south. Asta. 40. Ok. Ce am construit eu acum? Înainte. Curio Shop. The Curio Threads Obels allows the purchase parts of exotic creatures and generates a random creature per turn in. What is that? Purchase. Oare acolo pot să cumpăr înăuntru? Ce nu par să fie nimic. It's every bulbous.
Elegant yet understated. I had no idea.
Trebuie refăcut. Poate pot să cumpăr acolo, nu știu. Ce exotic creature. What is... Aia, ăla?
The keep's coming along nicely.
Asta e Curio Shop. Wizard skin, knuckles, bones.
Good day, stranger.
To see you, my lord. All manners of odds and ends here, acquiring the corner drive. Other venom, scalded ears, anything you might. Certainly. Ah, this. Cât costă tot? Tot. 2000. Mii. Cumpărăm tot shop. Ok. Avem crafting. Crafting și alte chestii. Pro paralysis. Describe enchanting will stop a group of enemies in their track, allowing cast to finish them off and hinder it. Gusta. Opțiuni. Major endurance. Improve pushing equilibrium parent and fire embed immediately grass rush of energy. Ok. Asta. Prevent death. Faci asta. Două. Endurance. Damage reduction. Place. Ce nu pot să fac? Ei. Delul ăsta. Asta are. Și ce nu-i trebuie și dorul ăsta. Perfect. El și ăsta. Ia. Bă, mă, curea. Aruncat-o. Am s-a părut. Fain shop-ul ăsta. Interesant. Să faci poțiuni și chestii. Care simt că o să-i trebuiască. Dar salvăm acum și continuăm.
Keeps coming along nicely.